Hey, what's up? It's E. Shea Smith here, former IBF junior middleweight champion of the world. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Sporting Icons. Cheers.
Now, I'm sure most of you guys and girls have seen the video already that I've done, which is Tyson Fury offered help toward Deontay Wilder because he says that he's worried about Deontay Wilder's mental well-being and said, I'm only a phone call away, yada, yada, yada. Basically what he's saying is that Wilder, he's come out with arguably the worst excuses in boxing. Not just one or two of them, but several of them to rival the list of the 10 Commandments. There's so many excuses, and not just one or two of them happened, but loads of them happened. All of them happened, in fact. Absolute madness. Anyway, other things have happened as well. Shelly Finkel, which is Deontay Wilder's manager slash daddy, says that Deontay Wilder, he's looking to seek mediation next week with a former judge to oversee the contract to try and get Tyson Fury back around the table to talk about the third fight. And I know many of you guys, whenever you hear Shelly Finkel, much as I do as well, he does look like a fugitive from Area 51. But I don't know what it is. Every time I see him, I keep getting the urge to watch Poltergeist 2. For those of you who are old school horror movie fans, such as I am, Poltergeist 2, Cain the Reverend, whatever he is, God is in his holy temple. That guy. Anyway, I know most of you guys probably go, what the hell is he talking about? Go check out the movie. Now, since then, Deontay Wilder has responded to Tyson Fury's offer. And this is what Deontay Wilder had to say. Hey, Tyson Fury, don't worry about me. I'm fine. Blessed. The only thing I want from you is for you to honor your agreement and fight me. I gave you 2 shots when I didn't have to, and it changed your life. Now it's time for you to be a man and give me my shot as you agreed to. There you go, Deontay Wilder's statement. Now, it's very simple, isn't it? To say that I'm fine, well, clearly you're not fine. If you was fine, you wouldn't have come out with any excuses. You wouldn't have come out with a whole list of them. And in the beginning as well, you wouldn't have started the whole rumours about the costume and that as well. And of course, got some of your fanatical bootlickers to put out narratives about spiked water, about loaded gloves and all this kind of stuff. Clearly you're not fine. And then for you to come out and publicly say it yourself after several months in the hiding, clearly you're not fine. Because these aren't the only things that you've done. In fact, the only real things that we've really seen from you in those 8-9 months, whatever it is that you've been twerking, man. You've just been twerking. That's all we've really seen from you. You're not fine. You're not fine at all. You're really not. But to say that all he wants Tyson Fury to do is be a man and give him the opportunity, like he gave Tyson Fury the opportunity. Well, Tyson Fury did give you the opportunity. Tyson Fury gave you the opportunity twice to get a credible name on your resume. He offered you the opportunity twice to become lineal heavyweight champion of the world. And the rematch, the Ring Magazine title, was on the line because of Tyson Fury. So he's the one who's been giving you the opportunities. He's the one who's been giving you high paydays. Because prior to this, your highest payday was $2.1 million against Luis Ortiz. Tyson Fury has changed your life. Not the other way around. Tyson Fury, 2 fights before your rematch, he got a $100 million contract from Top Rank and ESPN. You didn't. He did. Of course, you did get an offer. You did get an offer for $100 million to fight Anthony Joshua, but your backside went and you bottled it. And Wilder admits this too in his latest Instagram post, where he says that he got offered more money to fight Anthony Joshua and went and fought Tyson Fury for less money. It's pretty strange, that, isn't it? All the years of battering Anthony Joshua and his credibility and his name and everything, this, that, and the other, you've done all of it to expose all the lies in that one sentence. You're not well. You're not fine. Are you blessed? Well, yeah, you are blessed because you've got a ton of money in the bank because of Tyson Fury. And you say that you want him to agree to fight you again, give you the opportunity. Well, he did give you the opportunity. He's given you several months to agree terms. Tyson Fury agreed with all the dates. Tyson Fury said yes to all the dates that were put to him. You didn't. The first time you were injured. Then all the recent times, it's a case of, well, we can't go on that date because his college football's on and blah, 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 and we want to put it on pay-per-view and maybe want some crowds and this, that, and the other. So it was you guys that were holding it up. Bearing in mind, according to Bob Arum, it was you guys who put in the deadline date. So he gave you all that time. He gave you every opportunity. The dates that Tyson Fury was offered and he said yes. Why didn't you say yes? So he gave you all the opportunity in the world. What do you want him to do? Sit around forever until you grow some nuts and actually fight him again? You don't want the fight, Wilder. You don't. You never did. All of this is just damage control. You never wanted to fight. You just don't want to come out and admit it. Let's be honest with you. Let's be brutally honest with it. You're a coward. You always have been. Your resume is trash. You've been fighting nothing but cab drivers. No offense to cab drivers. But finally, when you get in the ring with somebody worth a salt, he beats you up and you come out with all kinds of excuses. So there's a couple of points right there. With all these excuses, why would you want to go back into a ring with a guy who you believe has cheated you? Why would you want to do that? You wouldn't want to do that. Hence, damage control. And what makes you think by coming out with all this list of allegations towards Tyson Fury, accusing him of criminal activity, accusing the referee of being manipulative, going against the rules, your own trainer Mark Breland spiking your water, he's a turncoat because he threw in the towel, etc., etc. Why would Tyson Fury want to even entertain you after all that? Because you couldn't even be man enough to say, I got beat by the Batman on the night, I'll get it right in the rematch. I don't care about the money for the third fight, I don't care when it is, I don't care where it is, get him in that ring because I want my revenge. You didn't want any of that, did you? Which is why the contract expired. Have you ever heard such a thing? You're a fake, Wilder. That's all you are. You're a fake. You've always been a fake. And you'll forever be a fake. People will look back on your career and go, you remember Wilder? He was great at knocking out cab drivers. But when it's time to step up, he was a fake. That's all it will be. A guy who comes out with excuse after excuse. You've ruined the credibility, or you tried to ruin the credibility of Mark Breland and Tyson Fury and the referee and the Nevada State Athletic Commission and so forth and so forth. Luckily, most people in the world, thankfully, have common sense. And they can see through your damage control. They can see through your absolute babiness. Because that's all it is. It's just complete babiness. And some of your toxic fans as well. They're easily manipulated as well. Why? Because you do views for them. That's why. They don't have anyone else. And you need them. Which is why you got them, in my opinion, to put out all the content way before. Big coincidence, isn't it? How they knew it all. And suddenly you come out and say it as well, along with your own dim-witted brother, Marcellus, comes out and says that you had an autopsy. Wouldn't surprise me. More like a damn lobotomy. Stop it, Wilder. Just stop it, okay? Fury don't owe you nothing. He gave you plenty of opportunity and plenty of chance to get this third fight on. Much like he gave you the opportunity twice to walk away from Anthony Joshua to go fight him. Because he weren't ready. He was fat. He was out of shape. He was ring rusty. He was uncoordinated. He was flabby. He was soft. And as his own dad said, most decent heavyweights would have knocked out Tyson Fury back when you fought him the first time around. And you couldn't even do it. Just shows your level. Really does. Oh well, unlucky. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up. Subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.